Hi, I'm from the Salvation Army's National Youth and Young Adults Ministry team, and I want to take some time to talk about our spiritual framework for 2025, All of Us. This framework is a message and model of youth ministry to help young people grow and develop as followers of Jesus. By listening to the lived experience of young people and reflecting on Scripture, we've developed this good news message that's relevant to what young people are experiencing today and expressed in ways they can understand. This is a complicated time for all of us. There seems to be so much going on. Everywhere we go, we're surrounded by the noise of modern life. We're always connected to everything happening in the world through the internet and our phones. We're constantly pressured to consider how the world sees us and to sell a vision of ourselves. We know more about the challenges that the world faces, but there seems to be less solutions and less hope. But with all this connection, many struggle with loneliness and mental health, failing to find people who they can genuinely relate with. Imagine how complicated it is to grow up now. There's always been challenges to being a teenager, but I think that modern life exacerbates them. I think back to when I grew up. I didn't have to worry about a social media scorecard, a metric of how liked or seen I was. If I made mistakes, they weren't all over the internet. Sure, there were times I was bored and lonely, but I didn't have that feeling magnified by endless scrolling and being left on red. Young people are navigating this complex world as they try to figure out who they are, where they belong, and what their purpose is. They're developing their identity, but trying to find a solid foundation in an ever-shifting world is difficult. They want to figure out who they are, but feel the need to be acceptable to others. Social media has trained them to present a version of themselves to the world to be rated and compared to others. Many voices tell them who they need to be cool, popular, or attractive, but it's difficult to know who to trust. Young people struggle with perfectionism, worrying that any mistake or slip-up will diminish their worth. For some, this causes anxiety or withdrawal. In this environment, it isn't easy to feel good about yourself. Young people are looking for the people and places where they can be themselves and find acceptance. They're trying to belong. They want to feel important, cared for, and valued by others. Sometimes they feel pressured to conform or change themselves so others will like them. Some young people might not feel there's much about them that others will want. Sometimes they fear rejection, which makes building relationships and handling conflict difficult. Sometimes this fear leads young people to hide their true selves from others, leading to loneliness and isolation. They drift through their lives, never finding their people. As young people grow, they learn more about the great wide world and start to consider their place in it. They need to figure out what they think about the big issues and how they'll respond. They need to find their purpose. For many young people, the world they see is what's presented to them online. Social media seemingly provides a roadmap to fame, success, and fortune, if you can be exactly what others want. Even though all of us are connected online, we don't seem to be talking to each other. Everyone has their own groups that they stick to, and people are less willing to relate and empathise with those they disagree with. The internet thrives on generating a big reaction, often scandal, strife, anger. All the problems of the world are magnified and fed back to us 24/7. This can be exhausting and discouraging. For some young people, the challenges seem too difficult and they withdraw from trying to make a change. When the pain and problems seem too vast, it's easier to scroll and swipe our way to distraction. As young people try to find their place in the world, they can struggle to find what's real and what matters. Young people are trying to answer these questions of their lives. Who am I? Where do I belong? What's my purpose? But underneath these challenges, there are questions that all of us are asking. Am I important? Do I matter? Do I have any effect on the world? We are all looking for significance, to know that our lives mean something. Young people need to know that they have worth and value. They need to feel like there are people they are important to, who know them and love them for who they truly are. They want people to be glad to see them and miss them when they're not around. They want to know that their presence in the world makes a difference, that they have something to offer, that the world's a better place because they're in it. They want to know that their lives have meaning in the grand scheme of things. Unfortunately, many young people struggle to feel this way. As we've seen, modern life is complicated. Some young people are pushed to the edge of society, told they aren't important or don't matter. Some young people feel like failures, like they can't get anything right. Some have no friends or strained relationships with family. They don't have people on their side. In a society that equates our worth with our bank balance, attractiveness, or talent, young people on the margins of society can feel like the world is not interested in them or that they have nothing to offer. Sometimes hardship or trauma can diminish young people's sense of significance. When we go through tough times, all of us can feel like we don't matter. For young people, knowing that they matter isn't just a warm, fuzzy feeling. Without a sense of significance, young people are vulnerable to serious harm. Some young people might go to any measure to try to get people to like them, even compromising their own values and boundaries. Others might try to numb the pain of feeling insignificant through behaviours and addictions. For some, this pain leads to mental health challenges like depression. When young people don't feel important, they can believe that nothing they do matters. They might engage in risk-taking behaviours or toxic relationships, lashing out in an unheard cry of pain. For others, they can lose hope, withdraw, and can even wonder if the world would be better without them. Let's think about our own experiences of searching for significance as teenagers.